How's it going, guys? Welcome back to episode 6 of the Batter's Box podcast. I am your co-host, Timothy Johnson.
Andrew Hill here, per usual, but we also have a special guest.
Also
again.
per usual.
Hello.
Chris Topher. You want to introduce yourself?
I would love to. Yes.
I thought your last name was Ruse.
It is. I've never heard that nickname by
Chris Topher?
Well, actually, coming out of your mouth,
okay.
I've never heard that. But yes, my name is Chris Ruse. That's H-R-U-Z Ruse. The H is silent. I have the privilege of living with Andrew Hill, co-host of the Batter's Box podcast. And for the past 2 years or so, I come from the city of St. Louis, Missouri, the great city of St. Louis, Missouri. And my allegiances are to the St. Louis Cardinals, who I knew you were going to do
that's
that.
fair. He's a Cubs fan.
Yeah, I know, but have you guys won 11 World Series titles?
Nope, but we've won more games than you have this
You
year.
know what? I'm gonna hop on Andrew's defense here. We've beat you in 2 in a row.
I mean, yes,
Suck
I know. I know. The Cardinals are playing not to their liking or to anybody's liking.
And there's a base hit by Jarren Duran to start off the game.
Oh, yeah.
We are live reacting to the Red Sox versus Blue Jays game, which we'll get into in a minute. What happened last night, because I had to bleach my eyes out after seeing that.
Bleach your eyes out?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Bleach.
So, Chris, what brought you to UD here?
What brought me to UD here?
Just general talking here.
Oh, general talk. Well, St. Louis is one of those cities where a lot of people have come here to UD. I went to a Marinas High School in St. Louis, St. John Vianney High School. Go Golden Griffins. And a lot of people in my school went here. So put me on the map over here. Was the only one from my high school to end up over here. I don't know how that happened, but there's a lot of people younger than me that are here. I was looking actually at communications as a major here and wanted a Catholic school that would kind of challenge me a little bit. And I ended up over here, started out as a communications major for about 2 years, decided that was not where I wanted to go, and I wanted to actually get a real job and not do social media stuff, and decided to...
Shots.
Yeah, that one kind of hurts there, Chris. I'm not gonna lie, because
so decided to part ways with that department. Still am gonna end up graduating with a minor though, so I didn't not use my degree path, but I'm gonna graduate with a religious studies theology major and a minor in communications. That's why I'm here.
Nice. Well, we appreciate you having you on the podcast here. It's been an honor to get to know you over the past couple of years, and we're happy to have you on.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, so let's get into our first topic here. Some big news. There was a fan that fell. He was a Pittsburgh Pirates fan, and he, from the looks of the video, it appeared that he was drunk and kind of stood up in celebration, and as he stood up, he kind of took a tumble and then fell over that wall, 21 feet.
That's a lot of feet.
Yeah, 21-foot wall to obviously remember Roberto Clemente.
Yep. I mean, that's a long fall. I mean, I broke my leg falling off maybe like a 10-foot fire pole when I was like 5. So 20 feet, can't even imagine. But I can see why he was excited. I think Kutch just had hit the game-winning 2 RBI single.
Yeah.
Which is tough for us, but I hope he's doing well. Prayers for him.
Yeah, we all hope that he's doing well too. But
yeah, I heard that he was in critical condition.
I heard that as well.
So we're just waiting on news for that. But just a situation that like Dansby Swanson said it like he never wants to be a part of it again.
No.
Yeah.
Just one of those things that just sucks. And his friend, I believe, jumped down to like a he jumped down not from the 21 foot, but he like went down to jump onto the field to be with him. So what a good friend that is. And
definitely.
Just hoping that he's okay, and we got he's in our thoughts and prayers here.
Yeah,
for sure.
In other news, there was a brawl, Yankees, Orioles. I'm waiting for John Boy to do a lip reading of what was said.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, this was a high throw, and words were exchanged. It just wasn't a good situation. We're gonna react to it here live.
Let's see if I can pull it up, but it's coming up with the 1998 brawl, which is not what we
None of us were even born at that time.
There you go. Try that again. Bench is clear. There we go. All right.
Oh, there's an ad, folks.
Give us 10 seconds of crisp silence.
Oh my goodness.
And here's the 1-0 to Bregman. It's in the dirt for 2-0.
The crisp silence. For those that don't know, Chris also has a great mustache.
Phenomenal.
This is true. This is true.
So he steals. Jazz makes a big jump, kind of comes down.
That's Pablo Reyes.
Oh, it's Pablo Reyes, not Jazz. Awkward.
Who's he talking to? Oh, he's...
The bench is clear.
They just want to talk about how they're
talk it out in a
they're trying to schedule their dinner for tonight.
As the bullpen is getting their polls in for the day.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, there's another guy with a great mustache over there too.
Came down, got a piece of his head after he jumped, almost landed on his hand.
But
oh yeah, that hand. Yeah.
There's not. I mean, there's not a ton you can do about that.
Right. I mean. He wanted to throw that helmet though. He had it in his hand.
You guys remember Bryce Harper's helmet throw?
I do.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Frequently.
Yeah.
One of the worst throws you could possibly have.
Yeah, I mean, once again, there's really nothing.
He almost kicked him in the forehead though.
Yeah.
So it's like.
But that's not really on Pablo. It's just unfortunately an unfortunate play.
This is more of a skirmish than...
Yeah, I wouldn't say a brawl.
Not a brawl.
Not a brawl.
The benches did clear, though, which is always exciting.
See, the Bryce Harper, Hunter Strickland, that was a brawl, though.
That was awesome.
That was a brawl.
I want to see those more in baseball.
Punches were thrown.
You just dropped the gloves.
Or Roughneck Odor and Jose Bautista. That was a fun one.
Tim
Anderson, Jose Ramirez, yeah.
Classic. Down goes Anderson.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah, I remember there was a David Ortiz one where a guy was thrown inside and Ortiz didn't like it, and then he popped out and get out, ball. Get out. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, what a play.
What a play.
Wow. Not the first time he's made an incredible play. That catch.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw that, but
he's
going to pull up a play that we can react to, Dalton Varsho.
Did you see it, Chris?
I saw kind of snippets of it.
See,
what do you mean, bro? It's like a 10-second clip.
Well,
I've seen pictures. I don't know if I've actually watched the clip.
Right. Like, it came up in my feed, but like...
saying.
Yeah, that's not... There it is. Oh, what is that?
Kind of his fault.
Yeah, he tripped. And then...
But he did catch it behind his back.
It's one of those... Yeah, it's one of those where the ball finds you, you don't find the ball.
Look at what I found.
Well, he tripped, and then he's going to get a gold glove for it?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of... Like, that's going to be a top 10 play, but, like, does it really deserve that? Because
he tripped.
Yeah.
Well... That would have been routine if he didn't.
Well, the fans don't need to know how he got on the ground. He just got on the ground.
Well, we saw how he got on the ground.
Well,
yeah, ignore that part. Watch it now.
Yeah,
wow.
Watch that part.
Yeah, Savannah Bananas are recruiting Dalton Varsho.
Excellent.
This is not on the list of topics. What do you think of Banana Ball? Do you guys like it?
I am intrigued. I'm very intrigued by the concept. I was actually looking at, like, tickets and stuff, like, and you have to, like, you have to like enter kind of a ticket lottery to get tickets to go, which I thought was interesting.
They're selling out everywhere,
I
though.
know, it's crazy. I would love to go see a game. I think it's on the bucket list. I don't know. It's very different. It's very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as a guy who loves, MLB baseball and kind of like the history behind it, there's some of the stuff that Banana Ball is like, it kind of is dumb and it kind of hurts a little bit. The one thing is that I think is interesting is, you're hitting a foul ball and you can get called out for it. Now, if you take it where some of these stadiums have nobody in the stands, then it's like, I don't know. That's like kind of intriguing, It's almost like cricket. I've always thought, like, what if Major League Baseball just didn't have foul lines?
Yeah.
You could just hit it behind home plate, and it was live, stuff like that. So,
or like players could like run into the stands and catch the ball.
Yeah. That's I've always dreamed about that. And I think Banana Ball is bringing that a little bit. So yeah, very intriguing.
Very, very similar to the Harlem Globetrotters in that sense.
Fun to watch, entertaining.
Yeah, and that's the purpose.
And they do it well.
Yeah, they've done a great job, and but yeah, Mike Trout.
Knee soreness.
Yeah,
it's soreness. That point in the season, Mike Trout's starting to feel the month in pains.
4 weeks in. Oh my goodness.
I mean, you hate to see it. It's Mike Trout. You want to see him like be healthy, have like a Mike Trout season again, but
he's really not having a Mike Trout season.
He's not.
No.
He's been hitting a lot of home runs, so shout out there, but just not hitting hits.
Yeah, I think I don't know. It's unfortunate. Everybody wants to see him succeed.
Yeah.
There's not a single person that doesn't want him to win a World Series.
This is true.
I don't think it'll happen on the Angels. I think him signing a 14-year contract was one of the stupidest things he could have ever done.
I 100% agree.
I mean, his life will be nice. He's just probably not going to get any rings.
What's he hitting? 165, 169?
That's a great question. I'll let you know in about 2 seconds.
I mean, I feel like Joey Gallo was like the first kind of guy that we saw like this that was like very, very low average, but like hit a lot of bombs. And I feel like
hitting 179.
Okay, so he's getting up
runs,
there.
Yeah,
which is like good.
I mean, sometimes you need a guy in the lineup who's just going to be there and hit homers. I mean, yes, you would want.
You don't expect it to be Mike Trout.
It should be.
It should be somebody else who nobody knows about.
Yeah, but
I remember Justin Bour's stint with the Angels.
Oh yes, I do.
I love Justin Bour. Shout out to him.
That's the guy you're talking about. You need somebody to just stand up there and hit homers.
Yeah, I mean it's shocking, really, but.
And we had Patrick Wisdom doing that for us for a little bit.
Oh, geez, is he still around?
No, he's in Korea playing in the KBO.
Nice.
So good
against Trevor Bauer.
Well, the Cardinals had Patrick Wisdom before that, so
but he sucked with you guys. He was okay with us.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You're
welcome.
But I think like his rookie or first couple of games, he was like insane, like 5 home runs in the first couple of games.
Yeah, and then we quickly found out that he was like home run or strikeout, which I mean that was fine. That's all we needed at the time. Shout out Patrick Wisdom, I guess.
Shout out Patrick Wisdom.
Well, while we're talking about injuries, we want to go through some like notable injuries, people on the injury list that we want to talk about.
Sorry about that, guys. I just hit the microphone with my computer.
Oh, that's painful for the people.
So yeah, we're just kind of gonna look at notable guys here. Justin Martinez went on the 15-day IL yesterday. He's been lights out, and then had a bad outing yesterday, and then came out. So he allowed 1 run on 2 hits and 2 walks, and didn't retire a batter on Wednesday.
Dang.
So just wasn't feeling himself, and
you get A stint on the shelf, as they say.
Yeah.
As I say. I don't know if anybody else says that, but
I've never heard anybody say it, but
I will coin that the phrase.
Yeah, just kind of Trevor Rogers. He's done for a little bit for 15 days yesterday.
Yeah, the Orioles are kind of hurting with.
This is
Rogers,
unbelievable.
Gray Rod, Led Zeppelin's out for a little bit. Kyle Bradish.
Cowser.
They have an entire starting rotation on the injured list.
Yep. Bradish, well, on the 60-day IL.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these guys aren't particularly coming back anytime soon.
No.
Which doesn't bode well for the baby birds. The orange baby birds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's why they're last place in every pitching stat ever.
Yeah, it's kind of insane, right? Like, Orioles being last place here in the AL East, you expected them to kind of make a run, and they still might, but they're not looking great.
Yeah,
No,
it's tough to come back from this.
Yeah, you kind of need pitchers to win ball games, so it makes sense.
Good point.
Yep.
So moving on to the Red Sox, Christian Campbell, just day-to-day, nothing too crazy. He's the AL Rookie of the Year right now, without a doubt. Hitting over 300, 20-plus RBIs, I think, at this point. He's he's working walks. He's hitting the ball the other way. He's my Rookie of the Year right now. And then Connor Wong, who had been April 30th, he went on the IL.
Christian Campbell has 12 RBIs.
Okay, never mind. But he's still the AL Rookie of the Year for me.
902 OPS. I mean, that's really good for a rookie. So
yeah.
I agree.
Connor Wong on April 30th. He kind of fractured his finger while he was catching, and he should be coming back within the next couple of days here tomorrow or Saturday. Moving on to the Cubs, Javier Assad. You can probably tell me more about him, but he's going to be on the 60-day IL.
That hurts a little bit, just because we did lose Justin Steele, who is the other notable on this list. Steele's out for the season. Elbow issues. He's going to have surgery season ending. And so when we heard that, we were kind of like, okay, Javier Assad, maybe he can fill that void. And then quickly afterwards, we found out that Assad is also shut down for the year. So that hurts a little bit, but we're getting great outings from Colin Rea, Matthew Boyd, Jameson Tyone. So the pitching staff still looks really good. And honestly, the rest of our season schedule we have the easiest strength of schedule in the MLB, because we did start with a month of just NL West gauntlet. So now we have pretty much NL Central pillow, which is nice.
Yeah, you guys could have got an Airbnb out west.
Yeah.
You're still first place in the NL Central.
Exactly.
I think you'll be okay.
Yeah.
A little bit about Shane Bieber here. He threw a bullpen on, or he will throw a live BP.
Huge.
On Friday. So tomorrow he will throw a live BP, and so it's good to see him getting back in action. And
yeah,
I just want to see him have a healthy and good year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Man, the Guardians are another team that have a lot of guys kind of on the injured list here.
Yeah.
Paul Sewald, he's always been good. Chris Bryant is still
made of glass.
It's unbelievable. He really, really is.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
You wonder what he's doing, and you're like, he's probably injured, but like he might be playing. But nope, he's injured. He's always injured.
Yeah.
It's impressive. It's trying to think of like a good comp for Chris Bryant.
Mike Trout.
Yeah. Or like Anthony Davis a little bit.
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
worse.
Derrick Rose or something like that.
Don't bring that up.
Yeah, he's a Chicago fan.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Brian Abreu, paternity leave. Congratulations to him.
Congratulations.
Huge.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's a good reason to go
Yeah.
on the shelf.
Yep.
Man, looking at the Astros, they got a couple of guys here. J.P. France is on the 60-day. Luis Garcia on the 60-day. Forrest Whitley on the 15-day. Brian Abreu, of course, and Lance McCullers Jr. Just a couple of guys there that are like key pieces that are on the IL list right now.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the key at the start of the year, just making sure guys are healthy and
Yeah. And I think that's why, we talked about like pitchers only going 5 innings when James Siofny was on the pod. You're starting to see them ramp up a little bit because like pitchers are dropping, but you want to give them that like first month or so just kind of get in the groove, start them light, and then the innings start to pick up, which it's been good to see pitchers going a little bit deeper into the game.
Yeah. Mike Trout, as we mentioned, is day to day, so it's nothing too crazy.
Yeah, just a little soreness.
Just a little knee soreness.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's what 30.
I mean, with
33.
With Trout, that
4?
soreness is gonna.
I mean, he's old. He's an old dude.
He's 33.
Yeah.
He'll be 34 in.
I think Judge is
months.
also 33, which is insane.
What? Oh, that's.
He's a tall dude, man. He could pass for just about any age.
Tall glass of water.
Yep, he just turned 33. Oh, that's true. His birthday was like 5 days ago.
Right.
Yeah. And Anthony Rendon will never play again.
Happy birthday, Aaron Judge.
Happy belated birthday.
Anthony Rendon is just done forever, I guess. Oh my goodness, man! There's so much to say about him. It just frustrates me because I feel like he just doesn't care whatsoever about baseball, and it kind of frustrates me.
Ooh, we want to talk about the Dodgers. They also kind of have a rotation on
Jeez.
IL.
Why is everybody on the 60-day IL? What are we doing?
Kopech, Trinan, and Kershaw are all on 60. Kyle Hurt, ironic.
Oh,
he's on 60-day. Yeah, I mean,
Blake Snell, 15-day. Tyler Glasnow, 15-day.
It's also kind of impressive that every single one of the people on the... Nope, never mind. Tommy Edman day today. But every other single person on this list is a pitcher. And they're still getting pretty good pitching. They're still winning games. Unless they're playing the Cubs.
I mean, let's hold on. Kershaw. Oh, jeez. I mean,
Glasnow for 15.
Yeah, but Kershaw had a rehab start, and
Yeah, it looks like he's close to coming back anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. Once again, he's kind of one of those guys that I want to see have a...
Yeah. It's always good to
comeback.
see, like, the studs of, like, when we were little kind of succeed as they start to fade in age.
Yeah, and Kershaw's a good guy. He's a good,
wholesome
guy that, like you mentioned early on, he was a guy that went on the mound and couldn't pitch against the Cardinals in 2013, 2014 era. So, we would love to see him out there, but the Cardinals of now are not the Cardinals of 10, 15 years ago.
Also true. Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm just looking at the Brewers here. Kind of same scenario where almost like all of these guys are pitchers. And Brandon Woodruff.
Sorry, I'm just looking at Woo-Suk go for the Marlins. He's day-to-day.
Very sad.
Just a little finger issue. So prayers up for Woo-Suk go.
It almost sounds like Duck Duck Go or something.
Nestor Cortez as well, and Aaron Seval. Just a couple guys that would make a big difference. And the Brewers, they don't seem to be the same firehouse that they were last year.
No.
Yeah, no.
They're always a very consistent, like, good team, but they're not quite clicking. They're not looking like the Brewers.
Yeah.
Really.
Royce Lewis.
Yeah.
I feel like he's just always injured.
Fortunately. Him and Bucks, man. Bucks is healthy. He's doing all right. I think he might have had a couple games out. I forget. But, the Twins team kind of struggling to hit the ball. So when you have guys like Buxton and Royce Lewis not playing, that hurts a lot.
Yeah.
That's kind of their firepower.
Wow, I'm looking at the Mets right now. There's a lot of guys here that... The fact that the Mets are had the best record in baseball,
and they got
so
many people on the shelf. It's like
Frankie Montas, Adrian Minter, Brooks Raley, Sean Manaea, Paul Blackburn.
Oh yeah.
Jose Siri. It's like just a shopping list of guys that would be making an impact.
Yeah. They're on the shelf waiting to be bought on that shopping list.
Well, the Mets are succeeding anyway, so. I mean...
Yeah, the Mets look good.
Moving on to the other New York team,
Giancarlo.
Giancarlo is
60-day.
yeah.
Yeah.
At what point do you kind of start to call it quits here for Giancarlo?
He's estimated to come back towards the end of this month, though, so that's good. I guess we'll kind of navigate, see how he's playing, see how he's feeling.
That's weird because they just transferred him to the 60-day IL today.
Oh, did they?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. They must be making room for
Somebody else.
some stud,
Who's that? Spencer Jones, maybe?
perchance.
Perchance.
DJ LeMahieu. Honestly, pretty decent. They're doing all right.
Luis Heel, Stroman, they're hurting a little bit on pitching.
Yeah.
Cole's out for the year.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they haven't been like excelling as you might expect after last year. But they've still been playing good ball, so
Yeah.
I think they'll be all right.
Lasagna, too.
Yeah.
No, that's not how you pronounce that.
Jonathan Loizaga.
Yeah.
Lasagna right there. He's probably cooking some lasagna on the shelf.
Yeah.
So
I'd love some lasagna right now. That'd be great.
that's, yeah.
Ranger Suarez for the Phillies.
Ranger.
Brandon Marsh. Other than that, I mean, they've done a good job of staying healthy. And
Yeah, I mean, this is the shortest list pretty much that we've seen, and a lot of them are looking to come back
Yeah,
in
like,
the next few days.
they're
So.
all day to day. They're just,
Yeah.
Good.
hanging out, going on vacation, with the family.
Yeah.
Just taking the time that they need.
The Pittsburgh Pirates. Jared Jones.
That one hurts a little bit.
He looks like he's making his way back here, which is important.
Yep.
I don't know. They just kind of got a couple of guys here that.
They're not hurting too bad
No.
off this list.
No.
Spencer Horwitz, I guess that's the one guy that you would,
Pencil.
you're missing. As for the Padres, once again, kind of just,
A lot.
yeah.
A lot.
Jackson Merrill, which is a big one.
That is a big one.
Has he been playing this year?
Jake Cronenworth. I think he was playing really well when he was playing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can look up the stats real quick, but I believe he was having a good year.
Yu Darvish, Brian Hoeing.
So he only had 37 at-bats, but he was batting .378, 3 home runs,
Yeah.
stolen base, 10 RBIs,
Jeez.
200 OPS plus. So
Wow.
that's really good.
Joe Musgrove again.
Pitching here, Yu Darvish.
Tommy John.
I think it's going to be a common thing. You're going to see a bunch of pitchers on the list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're very fragile people,
it's true.
especially throwing 100+ mile an hours
Yep.
at that nastiness.
You want to keep him off as long as you can, but it's inevitable at some point.
So the ESPN has comments, and for the Giants, Tyler Fitzgerald, the comment is just no.
No.
No. Okay.
So I don't know what that means.
Bob Melvin tells
He just doesn't
Tyler,
want him playing.
"Hey, you want to
No.
play? Hey, you want to play today?
No.
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 10-day IL for me."
Um,
He's the one going on vacation. He's out of here.
Yeah.
Casey Schmidt, you want to see him getting back, and other than that, pretty short list as well.
Yeah.
And that's they're doing well. So
Yeah. This next team, you want to talk about your guy, formerly my guy, Logan Gilbert.
yeah, that one hurts a little bit. I think he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. He's sitting on my L, so I didn't release him or anything like that. So
No, that would be crazy.
and then George Kirby as well. Just
On
a couple
my
of guys. Yeah, there's a couple of position players, but
Yeah.
a lot of pitchers for a pitching heavy team. So
And they're still pitching really well. They still got a lot
yeah,
of guys doing
Brian Wu
it.
and
Brian Wu.
They just grow pitchers in the backfield.
Bryce Miller. I was watching his start the other day. He didn't give up any runs, but he was definitely not having the control that he used to. It was a fine start. Luis Castillo has been
There you go.
he's been doing aight. Not quite the Luis we're used to, but
Right.
I mean they're still getting good starts, and Big Dumper Cal Raleig's been hitting the ball well for Chris over here.
Oh, I love Cal. Well, I love him now, but as we were talking about, being on the shelf, I'm ready for Ivan Herrera to come back. He's close.
absolutely.
That just hurt. He was playing so well.
Yeah.
And then they took the trip over to, the Green Monster in Boston.
The monster.
And the monster ate his knee up. And
Dang.
now here we are.
But pretty short list for you guys as well.
Yeah.
These are all like
the
rookie
Rays,
guys.
man. Oh, this is awful for them.
Oh my goodness.
Shame to
Jake.
Clanahan, dude. It's
That
Yeah.
hurts.
Because he was on 15 day, and I believe they just upgraded him a couple days ago. And I mean, that's an ace that you're losing. That stings.
On a team that really needs it.
Josh Lowe, Hassan
Yep.
Kim, Jake Mangum, Mangum, I don't know, but he was playing pretty well. So yeah, a lot of these guys kind of hurt to see down for those Rays.
I think what we're seeing is like you got to stay healthy. You got to.
It's a long season,
It's
the
a very
longest
long
season
season.
in sports.
And a team that is not staying healthy right now is the Texas Rangers.
Yeah.
I mean, this is almost their whole entire team.
Yeah, I mean the
Um,
list isn't like it's not the longest list ever, but it is notable.
Yeah, a lot of
And
guys.
lot of guys.
Corey Seager,
Corey
Kumar
Seager hurts.
Walker,
Kyle Higashioka.
John Gray,
Yeah.
Patrick Murphy as well.
Jack Leiter just came off. He was out for 15 with blisters.
Oh, what are we doing with blisters? I keep hearing people with like blisters and then like cracked fingernails.
Yep.
What are you doing? Oh my gosh!
Gotta lock in, bro.
Really ripping the seams.
It just reminds me of that time that
four seamers maybe.
Trevor Bauer was trying to pitch a playoff game and then he cut his hand on a drone and then like his hand was like bleeding
Yeah.
and it's like I'm like, what are we doing? Like,
Yeah.
take care of your fingers.
Very
Andrew, take care
important.
of
Very
your
important.
fingers.
Yeah, fingers are important, As somebody who recently, what did I do to my thumb? I don't even remember.
Fractured
sprain
it,
it.
sprained it.
They said it was a sprain, but they also said that, if it was a sprain, it'd be better within a week or a couple weeks. It's been 5 months now, and I still have a little bit of pain, so it's probably a fracture. I should probably get that checked out again, by more of a thumb specialist.
Yeah.
But it does feel better. And then I tweaked my wrist also. So yeah, shout out me for.
You're just on the IL over there.
Yeah, it's brutal.
I was kind of due though. I never really got injured all that often. I did mention the time that I broke my leg, but other than that, not a lot of injuries in my career. So I was a little bit blessed there. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that it's coming. When I'm not needing to go pitch or go hit or something.
When he's trying to get
Yeah.
called up to the major leagues over here.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the Blue Jays. Eric Swanson, Max Scherzer. Max, man, I just want to see him
Mad Max.
Yeah.
one last time. Just have a good year.
Like we said, it's good to see kind of the old guys. They're not that old, but like
Yeah.
the older MLB generation kind of have their good exit season.
It hits home
We'd
for
like
me.
to
He's
see
a he's a St. Louis native.
Yeah.
Shout out Parkway Central High School and the University of Missouri. So
Yeah.
you need to see the St. Louis kids doing well.
Alec Manoah. Boy,
Yeah.
it's really I don't know.
Yeah, kind of you forget about him, but like he was very dominant a couple years
Yeah.
ago.
Yes, he was an all-star.
I mean, all-star,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was an all-star.
Filthy.
I remember Big Poppy was like doing interviews for the All-Star game, like during the All-Star game. And he goes up to Manoah and he's like, "How would you pitch me?" And Manoah would be like, "I'd go inside." And Poppy's like, "No." And then he just walks away. It's like, that's not happening. You can't blow a fastball by Big Poppy.
Absolutely not.
All right, we're moving on to the Nationals. Just a couple of guys that
Paul DeYoung,
Oh, Paulie
St.
D.
Louis legend,
Yeah, St. Louis legend.
Chicago White Sox legend.
wow, he was a White Sox. You're right.
Yeah, the boys of the South Side.
Sounds
Side of Chicago.
Nobody too notable, but
yeah.
Josiah Gray, I guess, is the most notable there. He's got some potential.
Yeah. Yeah.
Short list, and the Nationals have been doing very, very well. I'm kind of happy for them.
Yeah. It's kind of surprising for me, at least. Looking at their stud young hitters, they've actually kind of not been hitting that well. But they're still playing well.
James Wood has been insane though.
They've been getting lots of great pitching, which is how they're succeeding. Mackenzie
Gore,
in particular, he's been gross.
Former Red
Where is he? He's leading. He's somewhere in the top with strikeouts. He was number one.
He was a Ray, correct?
Mackenzie Gore was Padre.
Okay.
In 2022.
Oh yeah, he came over in the Juan Soto deal.
He's still leading in strikeouts with 59 up to this point in the season.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Good for him.
He's fanning guys left and right.
Yeah.
If you want to put in a Cy Young bet.
Possibly.
Mackenzie Gore has been pitching quite well. Number 1. That's a fun pitcher number. I don't feel like you don't see that a lot from pitchers.
Number 1. I gotta make sure he stays healthy through the rest of the year.
Yeah. Speaking of, fun.
Okay.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about kind of like rebuilds?
Sure.
I think that'd be fun. Fun young teams. We saw the Orioles kind of have a drastic rebuild from being one of the worst teams.
Oh, yes.
Pretty much for like 5 years of just horrible baseball.
Right.
And then
kind of reverting back now.
Yeah. But the 2-3 years prior to this year, being like a very good young playoff team. I know.
Wow, the Rockies won yesterday. I just want to point that out.
They did win.
They now have a total of 4 wins.
Five.
Five wins?
Yep.
I think 5 wins.
That's how irrelevant they are. I don't even know how many wins they have. That's bad news.
They have
5 wins.
5-25.
I'm sorry, fans in the Colorado. I don't even know how many wins you have.
Negative 77 run differential. You hate to see it, but now they're on a win streak. So shout out there.
Yes. It all starts with 1.
Grace, so you want to talk about rebuilds? What's your perspective on rebuilds?
Well, you were mentioning, the Orioles where they started out very poor and now they're on an upward trajectory.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to look at the other side of the coin of teams that started out really good and now they're on a downward trajectory a little bit. And that's kind of what I'm going through with my team, the St. Louis Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
And, I don't know how do you go through how do these fans before with the Orioles, go through those really bad years?
Yeah.
And then, stick with the team, and now they're really good. And, there's all these people going around is like, I've been with the team since they were really bad.
Yeah.
I'm not a bandwagon. I'm not a Adley or Gunnar Henderson or Jackson Holiday type, bandwagon. Now I'm on the team thing. But it's like with the Cardinals, it's like we've been so good, but now the front office is saying, we're part of a reset, which is a whole bunch of baloney. To try to
reset means don't do anything in the off season.
Yeah, no. We did do is not trade Nolan Arenado because nobody would take him.
Right, but why would you want him? He's making $30 million a year, and he's 36, 37.
Yes, it would have been a better idea to send him away. Boston Red Sox were.
Yeah, I think
that was a trade destination.
I think that was gonna happen if we didn't get Bregman.
Yeah, I know. And then you signed that guy Alex Bregman, and this cloud was over. The whole situation. But now he's in St. Louis, and he's a type of guy who all that chatter has kind of dissipated. Yes, he could still get traded at the deadline, and he probably should get traded at the deadline. But now he means business, even though he's not really been doing anything. He's got 3 home runs, which isn't 30-plus homers or anything like that. But it's just it just hurts as a St. Louis fan. Fans are just not happy with, John Mozeliak, our GM. He's on the way out anyway. They're like, can he just get out of town as fast as possible? Like nobody.
Heim Bloom,
Heim Bloom. Red Sox guy.
former Red Sox.
Red Sox guy.
Kind of the running the team the same way that he did with the Red Sox.
Yeah.
Except you didn't sign anybody in the offseason, which is insane. How do you as a GM look at your roster and you're like, we're not going to sign anybody?
Well, we were talking earlier, it's like people are like thinking about vacation already. I think Mozeliak is already thinking about retirement. He's like, I'm out of here. I mean, I won a World Series title in 2011.
It's like those professors that they're like, I'm going to retire soon. It's like, you should retire now because you're not that great at the job.
Ouch. That is, I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
Quote Timmy J.
Quote Timmy J.
Yep.
But anyway, it's just like we're on a kind of trajectory downward, and it's just like it hurts a little bit. So, I'm going to stick to my hometown team, the Cardinals, as long as I can, but it is frustrating not seeing the people in the seats, which on the plus side, I can get tickets for about nothing because no one's showing up to any of the games.
Yeah.
So I can go to any game that I want.
That's always nice.
I remember a couple of times last year I was sitting in the first base line for $15-$20, which is unheard of.
Yeah.
And
Got to pay like $80 to sit in the nosebleeds at Wrigley.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
One of the rebuilds that I'm excited about is the Oakland
They're not Oakland.
Oakland doesn't exist anymore.
The Athletics.
There you go.
The Athletics.
The Athletics.
Soon to be Las Vegas Athletics,
Yes.
but because I think they got a great group of young guys
I
built
agree.
around Brent Rooker, Lawrence Butler,
Yeah.
Jacob Wilson. Tyler
Gloria's
Soderstrom has been
playing well.
incredible. Luis Severino has been okay, but
Mason Miller locked down in the pen.
he's been the best reliever in baseball. Like if you look at his baseball savant page,
Red.
it's 100. Like he's
Blood
virtually
red.
unhittable.
Yeah. I mean, he's gross. I love watching him come in.
Yeah.
It's definitely a fun A's team to watch. Just being like historically bad. The past few years.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you look like 10 years ago, they had like Sonny Gray and
Josh Donaldson.
Donaldson. They were playing in the playoffs, and now, you take that dip, and now you're kind of looking up. You know, it's the ebbs and flows of the game.
And I think they'll get a big boost when they do start in Vegas, just because Vegas money kind of goes hand in hand. I think they'll have the ability to sign some of those like veteran pieces that'll really balance out the young guys that they have.
Yeah.
So that'll be really exciting to see. I can go on a little bit of
Go for it.
little Cubs rebuild.
Sure,
rant,
sure.
Just
This is the most stereotypical rebuilds.
just a few years ago, 2016 we win the World Series. 2017 we're playing in the playoffs. Then we have we kind of slowly go downhill. Come 2021, I believe. We're no longer on pace to make the playoffs, and this is the first time in a while. Cubs fans are freaking out. They're like, "Oh no, this core that we have, Rizzo, Bryant, Baez, Schwarber, Contreras, they're not getting it done anymore. 5 like all-star perennial candidates.
I mean, just a scary top 5 to look at.
Yeah.
Somebody that teams would fear is no longer kind of playing at that excelling, fear-provoking level. And I think when those trades happened, a lot of fans were concerned and were just like, "This is bad. We're out. We can't get rid of these guys. We need to keep them. It's our only chance of being good." But the front office made some trades. We got guys like Pete Crow Armstrong, who's playing out of his mind. We got those young guys.
Mm-hmm.
We signed Nico. We signed Ian Happ. This offseason, getting Kyle Tucker, massive, and just like that 3-4 year time period, we went from being mid to being excellent. And, that's like you said, kind of stereotypical, just like textbook way to do like a quick rebuild. It wasn't like a hard set rebuild, but we did have to get rid of like those top 5 guys. But at the same time, it worked out really well for us. Javier Baez is not hitting the ball well. Chris Bryant's not.
He's actually Javier Baez is hitting 300.
Yeah, he's still like Javi Baez though.
This of course.
Is definitely his better season, but the past few years was pretty atrocious. But it's Javi Baez. He's kind of there for his glove more than anything, and he's got some pop occasionally.
Yeah,
Schwarber has been playing well, but like Rizzo's basically retired at this point. I'm really excited with the way it worked out. I think the front office did a great job there. And for a franchise, that is still kind of like reveling in 2016, after 108 years of nothing.
Yeah.
It's good to see like a quick rebuild. Like we're not going back to square one. We're not like, okay, it's going to be another 108 years,
I would.
We joke about that.
I would say you're 5 or 6 years away. That's what I would say.
I think in the next 4
or 5.
If we're gonna win one, it's gonna be in the next like 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Me personally, I like when the Cubs, are in a 108-year curse. But anyway, it was just letting me thinking to the boys on the other side of the Show Me State, the Kansas City Royals back in 2014, 2015, won a chip. Basically got rid of everybody except for Salvi Perez. But then it makes way for young studs like Bobby Witt Jr. coming in. Sometimes you gotta sell to get, and it will be rough.
You have to prune the branches.
But you get Bobby Witt Jr., so, hopefully the Royals, do well. They're kind of semi my American League team, being on the other side of the Show Me State. And, Bobby Witt's a great player. And, just remembering back to those days following the Royals in 2015, so.
Yeah. Anything else on rebuilds?
No, I think one thing that I'll say is I feel like rebuilds in MLB don't last as long as rebuilds in the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
Because there have been teams in the NFL that have been struggling for the past 10, 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
That just hurts. That hurts fan bases. That hurts everything.
And the Giants have been so bad at drafting. It's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. Luckily, I'm a Pats fan. I think we've turned it around rather quickly here. I don't think we're going to be fighting for a playoff spot this year, but I think once again we're in that upward trajectory here. And maybe we'll start a football podcast. I know we've been talking about it.
At this rate, we basically have football podcast inside of the Batter's Box.
Yeah.
We got the draft last week. We got little rebuild Pats.
Line of scrimmage. Here. So we're going to, line of scrimmage. And then we'll do a basketball one, the free throw line or something like that.
Yeah. We'll
box out.
No.
Cool.
We already have the Batters box. You can't put another box on the...
Okay. We're going to move on to Immaculate Grid to finish things off here.
Did you want to do your random rules section? Or
no,
are we peek that again?
Yeah,
we're gonna tease the audience and get back to that at a later date.
Which means you got to keep listening to the show.
Yeah,
there it is. See,
random rules.
That's that little bit of communication degree.
Yeah, I still have it. Here.
Still got it.
Listen to the Batter's Box. You'll get random rules.
Yep.
All right,
but
Guardians.
For now, you're gonna get Immaculate Grid.
Guardians Nationals.
Chris, you've done the grid.
Oh, I've done the grid before.
Chris is a grid
talking
knower.
about.
He loves grids.
The last 2 special guests we had not done the grid. So
what? How have you not done the?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Oh my gosh!
It happens.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes parents just don't raise these kids correctly.
We're taking shots at teachers. We're taking shots at parents.
Yeah, so let's
anyway.
This is a tough one.
Let's get this going. This is an interesting group of teams.
This is a very interesting group of teams.
Some interleague as well.
Oh, yeah. Gosh. I mean, I'm pretty confident we could get this done. We could also, if we want to, speed run one, we could pick a different grid, but up to you guys.
No, let's go with this
All
one
right,
here.
We'll run it.
Yeah, we'll run it.
I believe in
Guardians,
us.
Nationals.
Guards, Nats.
Jan Gomes played.
Yeah,
maybe?
there it is. Let's go,
Jan
Jan Gomes.
Jan Gomes, maybe.
Cubs legend Gas Money.
Yes.
Jan
He's a guy,
Gomez.
but I don't know if you want somebody more rare than that.
I typed
but...
Yam and not Jan.
He goes by Yam too, I'm sure.
4%. He also played for the Cubs.
Hey.
No way.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Guardians.
You said that like 2 seconds ago.
Yeah, I missed it, bro.
He's locked in on the grid.
Yeah, he's dialed.
Guardians, Tigers, Austin Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
That's a guy that comes to mind right off the bat.
Do we have? I mean, yeah, that's. I think that's a good poll. I don't have anybody else in mind.
I don't.
Off the dome.
No, I don't either. So it's.
Yeah, let's go Austin Jackson.
Okay.
Go for it.
Curtis Granderson as well.
Oh, okay.
He's played kind of everywhere.
2%.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
huge.
Actually, do you want to check what yeah,
Curtis?
Curtis Granderson was?
Yeah, just to see. He's probably higher.
He's played for a lot.
8% maybe? That's my guess.
So he actually has not played for those teams, which is unfortunate.
What?
He's played for a bunch of teams.
Oh, it might have been the Twins then maybe for Curtis.
Yeah, I think he did play for the Twins.
Okay, well that's good.
Huge for us. Clutch there.
Yeah.
Cleveland pitched one game. I mean, I think Austin Hedges has as a position
Is
player.
that you really? It comes to mind as like.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
reliever.
a.
Cards legend.
You know Andrew Miller quite well.
Yeah, he was
David Ross homered against
He
him.
was gross that series, but we kind of we
Um,
got him.
You clutched.
We got him.
Yeah.
Clutched up.
What were some relievers you saw in there in that series that would kind of?
That pitch.
I mean, Bartolo Colon, obviously.
Bartolo and Miller are the only ones that are coming to mind. I know there was another guy that was, I think, he pitched really well. I can't remember his name off the dome right now.
I mean, Bartolo's a safe bet here for sure.
Yeah, I think Miller might be lower.
Yeah, for sure.
Percentage wise,
We're gonna go Miller.
I'm gonna go Miller.
Nobody knows that Andrew Miller played for the Guardians.
2%. There it is.
2%.
Yeah.
Grid's looking nice so far.
Okay.
We're picking all these rare people.
Yep.
Seattle, Washington is an interesting one.
Not to be confused with Seattle, Washington.
Not to be confused with Washington, Seattle.
Yeah. So we're talking about Seattle, Washington, and Washington D.C.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, now I got you. I got you.
Took him a second.
Yeah.
He's there. He's there. All right.
This is a tough one.
You guys got anyone here? Mariners. I didn't really know much about the Mariners before the last few
Before
years.
they started farming pitchers. And
and then I was like, oh my gosh, I love their pitching. And now I'm like a low-key Mariners fan.
Not Cano.
No.
Not Nelson Cruz.
No.
He didn't play for them.
He played for Seattle. That's tough, man.
Kurt Suzuki is somebody that comes to mind as a possible guy. I don't think so, though.
Oh. Doesn't look like it. Played for Washington, but I don't think he played for Seattle, though.
No. I feel like there was a pitcher like 5 years ago that was in a trade between these two teams. Not sure, though.
5 years ago, that was 2020. Hindsight 2020.
Hindsight 2020. 2020.
We can move on here just from
Yeah,
that.
we'll skip over, come back.
Yeah.
We got Seattle, Detroit. Not to be confused with Detroit, Seattle.
Seattle.
As they say.
As they say.
This is also a difficult one.
That's because it's like...
Seattle, Detroit. Shoot. I have one.
Let's go.
I don't think it's the guy I'm thinking of, though, which makes it...
It's got to be like a reliever or something like that for these.
Well, yeah.
But you're right. It's like Seattle is kind of like an
What?
unknown kind of team, I feel like.
Right.
I'm pretty sure I have a good one, but I don't know who it is. I can picture his face, but not his name.
I'm going to start thinking of Tigers, and then I'm just hoping that they'll have played
yeah.
for...
Wasn't there a left fielder,
I played for the.
long hair, Tigers?
Jesse Winker?
No, but I think he was on the team
Oh,
when
that's.
Jesse Winker was there.
Let's see. Long hair. That.
Shoot. I don't know. Do we want to go pitcher and then come back as well?
Yeah, pitcher, Seattle.
There's plenty.
Plenty of guys.
Go sneaky. Do we just want to go reliever again on
Yeah.
Munoz?
Well, yeah. That's it.
Relievers are always low percentage.
1%. A
Yeah.
current,
Yeah.
one of the best relievers in baseball. He's a 1%.
Arguably the best
Yeah.
right now. He's lights out right now.
Oh, did Randy Johnson ever play for the Tigers?
Oh, the Tigers.
I don't think so.
I'm thinking of like maybe old school guys like Cy Young, although Seattle's not that. Seattle's pretty young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kansas, we can go to Kansas City, Washington.
Let's see.
LC's Escobar. I don't know if he went to the Nationals.
What's his face? It's also what is it? The pitcher Brandon Finnegan, maybe? Didn't he get
Kyle Finnegan?
or whatever Finnegan? I don't know if he.
Cow.
I don't know if he. What's this guy? Are those two different guys or the same
no.
guy? Same guy.
Kyle Finnegan's only played for
Okay. Okay.
Washington, pitching.
Oh, that's awkward. Anyway,
I'm not gonna
Kansas City.
go with LC's Escobar, but he's definitely in my mind right now.
Okay.
He played for the LCDs at school bar.
He didn't. Lorenzo Cain. Lorenzo Cain might have pitched for the Royals, but that's a little bit of a stretch.
We'll see.
So they
Locan.
Did they just have to be on the mound during one game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Position players.
So it could be a
who
position
pitched.
player.
Okay.
You know, it's very possible that they get some guys. Trying to think of a position player that they would put in.
Pitch.
Did we get? Oh, that was not one of them. I was looking at Tigers. I was gonna put. I think Zach Short pitched a game a year or two ago. That would be an insane poll.
Man,
Ooh, did
I got it.
who you got?
Alex Avila for Washington. Wait a minute. No. Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot.
wrong.
I did Nationals Tigers,
With
Nationals Tigers is
which is not
on the
something
board.
that we need.
you went the wrong way on the
Do you
board.
want to plug Alcides for Washington, Kansas City?
Not really, because I don't feel that confident in it.
Everybody knows about him. We need somebody else who
I think we can.
nobody knows
Plug
about.
I say plug Escobar, and then we should get a pitcher quick, and then we can get these last few. For
I think Randy Johnson did play for the Nationals at one point towards the end of his career.
Really?
the Nationals,
Wow, that's okay.
okay,
Let's go for it.
and that's Seattle. I'm
Yep.
assuming Seattle Nationals. Seattle, Washington. Randolph Johnston.
35%?
Apparently, everybody knows that.
Everybody knew. I
Wow.
didn't know that, so it's like I'm part of the 70% of people who didn't know that.
Did you put Alcides? Plug Alcides, please, in the bottom left.
At the bottom left?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. With
Yeah.
KC in Washington.
Alcides
Shoot, what about
Escobar.
Scherzer?
That's gonna be high and
For
Correct.
where
For where?
Nationals, Tigers.
it's also not on the board.
Oh, sorry. Nationals,
He never played for the
Let's see
Royals.
what's on the Royals.
no.
No.
Alcides is good. I
Okay.
like Alcides.
Get him in there.
Did we get a Royals pitcher yet?
Or position player who,
No.
who pitched.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I was correct. 9% for LCDs.
Oh, okay.
That's solid. That'll play.
Yep.
All right, so KC, Tigers.
KC Tigers. This is
KC and the Tigers.
I feel like somebody like recently.
Yeah.
I have a throwback here. Mike Avila's.
Right.
Former Red Sox and former Twin. I think he was also a former Royal and a former Tiger.
That's a good call. I like
That's-
that.
Yeah.
Former Red Sox pull.
Yeah. Get the Red Sox in there.
Love to see
We-
it.
1%. Let's go.
Oh, that.
Huge for the people.
Oh, that's yeah.
All right, so
Huge for the people.
Mariners, Detroit Tigers. Well, KC pitcher. I wonder if Moustakas ever played position.
He ever threw on the mound?
Oh, I think he might have.
I feel like he has.
That's the kind of guy that I would put
Yeah.
on the mound.
Obviously, you got Greinke as well.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Let's see. We got any who was like in that pen in 2015?
I mean, Brady Singer, by the way, is a guy you can go with.
True.
He's in the pen.
I don't know how many people would have picked Brady Singer here.
Oh.
Oh, Greg Holland.
Oh yeah,
I feel like let's go Greg Holland.
Okay.
yeah. He was in that pen. 2015.
Dude,
You.
0.8%.
huge.
Oh,
All right, so now we
huge.
just need Tigers, Mariners.
What was this guy's name, bro?
You need to think of that
I
guy's
need
name.
to think of this guy's name. I feel like I'm like dialed if I can pick it up.
No, it's not.
Not a Jake.
You said he was an outfielder?
Left fielder.
With,
I remember
with long hair.
long hair. I remember raking with him in the show,
Oh gosh.
and I think he had just gone between these two teams. But I can't think of his name to save my life.
Was it like blonde hair, dark hair?
I think it was like a light brown / blonde, dirty blonde.
Dirty blonde.
Um,
Oh gosh.
shoot. What do we got?
What about Cameron Maben?
Cameron Maben. Did he?
That could be the guy that you're thinking of.
It's not the guy I was thinking
Yeah,
of.
that's
But I
definitely
think
not- it's definitely not.
It's definitely not dirty blonde hair there, but somebody. Did he? I don't think he played for Kansas City though.
Oh,
So
his 1 year with the Chicago Cubs.
yeah, he's a goat.
Robbie Ray, maybe? I feel like Robbie Ray
Did he
was a Royal.
I'm pretty sure he was.
I feel like I would have known that.
Fernando Rodney as well. I'm thinking.
Fernie. Dude, what is this guy's name?
You're gonna.
I'm gonna crash out.
Yeah, you are. Oh, that's. No.
I don't think this is it. No, that is not it. Dude.
Outfielder.
I like Cameron Maben. I do.
I don't think he's played for the Royals.
I don't.
No, sorry, we're not going. Sorry, we're
Are you doing pitching?
Detroit, Seattle.
Oh.
In that, yeah, Cameron Maben definitely played for the Mariners.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
In that case.
And we have a 58 rarity score and a immaculate grid.
The grid is immaculate.
Yes.
That was an immaculate grind.
That was a tough one.
If anybody knows the player I'm thinking of, please put him in the comments.
So that you can save Andrew's sanity over here.
Dude, I'm tweaking.
Easy tweak. Well, while Andrew looks that up, we're going to hit the showers. We're going to trot around the bases.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for being on, Chris.
Of course.
It was a fun pod.
It was my pleasure. Anytime.
Alrighty. Well, we will see you guys soon.
Cheers.
Peace out.